Chat, should I make a Star Rail tier list as someone who doesn't play the game? I'm kind of down. Star Rail tier list. Tier maker. Okay. Oh yeah, see? I still have my tiers from when I did my list in fucking 1.0. I remember I had like Bronya. Yeah, they changed these, that's why. That's why they're not there anymore. They changed the icons. I had Bronya, Japard, Natasha, and Bailu up here. And I had every other character in the game here, and then I had a tier just for Zilla. It's a different one? No, because it kept these. Like, I had the cookies for it keeping this. So it is the same one. Otherwise it wouldn't remember how I named my tiers. Okay, we can fucking delete row. Okay, alright, so I think this, and I think this. Where's Bald? And fuck, who was my number 7 again? It was Tingyun. Is this Ho-Ho? It is, right? Yeah. Ho-Ho. Bella. Where is she? Where the fuck is Bella? Bella. Japard. Okay, I'm a lot less confident on anything past this, by the way. Alright? Because it's easy to keep up with, like, what's good in the meta. It's harder to keep up with what's mid and bad in the meta, you know? Which one is S? I mean, I just have my... Fine. You know what? Fine. Right. There you go. She's S now. Happy? There is no meaningful difference, but there you go. We fixed it for you. It's like the letters don't mean shit? Yeah, almost. It's okay, our destiny. Aware. I mean, I guess you could make an argument that, like, you should make... that the gap between these three and Fushuan is smaller than the gap between Fushuan and these. You could make that argument, but then you'd have to suck my balls, so... Okay, next! I think Dunhung is probably here. Is he, though? I don't know, man. I feel like he's so bad. Like, not actually so bad, but, like... compared to what people say, I think he's a lot worse. Yeah, like, he's so skill point heavy. It limits his options, so I don't know, man. He's carried by MOC having imaginary weakness right now? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, don't take this too seriously, by the way. I don't fucking play this video game, man. I'll leave him here, I think. I'm not gonna put him lower than that, but... honestly, from what I've heard, I think QQ's here as well. Actually, you know what? Sorry. Fix it now. For the love of God, please don't put Zilla under her. Oh, Zilla's just not just under her. She's like, there's a full ass tier between the two. Continue on, my beloved. I think Silverwolf isn't here, honestly. Topaz saved him? Who the fuck is Topaz? Oh, it's this one, right? What does she do? Buffs follow-up attacks up to 50%? Fine. There we go. No. Probably this, then. I don't know. I'll believe you guys. If you guys are saying that Topaz actually made him better, she's probably better than he is, though. Right? I'd expect it to be something like this. Man. Actually. I wish he wasn't here, but like, he probably is. Realistically, maybe she. I'll put her here. I'll put her here. Yukong is bad, man. She's a Sarah of Starrel. Unironically, yeah. Unironically, yeah. Unironically, you're so right. I have to put him here. I think I have to put him here. C with Kafka? No, definitely not. Kafka's C. Kafka's the bottom of C to me. I think she goes up to B, maybe even A once Black Swan comes out. Right now? Nah. She's better than Zila? Okay, you got a point. You got a point. You got a point. You made a good point. You made a good point. Zila better than Jingyon? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Yeah, Zila's 3 tiers below now. Imagine Zila being in the same tier as Himiko and Weld. Okay, here's the thing. I think Himiko is underrated. I think Himiko has been underrated since 1.0. I don't think she's great, but I think that a lot of her value is like, is just not gonna shine in content like MOC, but it can shine in other forms of content. And also, she's just a really chill character to farm shit with. Like, unironically, I think that's enough to put her in C tier. Unironically. Like, just those two things I think are enough to put her in C. March. Man, I think March is in C. Just because I think if you have all characters, she's D. But the reality is you won't have all characters, and her existence makes it so that you can kinda get away with holding off on pulling for a healer or shielder. And you don't have to go for one you don't like. She falls off? Yeah, I agree with that. I think if you have all characters, she's D for sure. But the fact that she's a free character that fulfills the defensive utility slot, I think the defensive utility slot is just a lot more important than the carry slot. You need someone to fill it. And just by virtue of that, I think she's here. Lynx and Natasha are both free. Wait, really? Lynx is free? Next week? Oh. Oh, maybe that's enough to put her in D then. Is she free temporarily or is she gonna be free forever? Like, is it a fucking free thing so or a free Cole situation, you know? forever? Okay, yeah, that's... I think that might be enough to put her here, then. Alright. Don Hung. I remember in 1.0 people coped about this guy, and I was like, y'all are just wrong. Honestly, I don't know who's worse between these two. Unironically. Because at least Yun Sing is really good in Sim Universe Remembrance. The fuck does this dude do? Like, what the fuck does he do? Nothing. He doesn't do anything. He sucks. Asta? I thought people were coping about Asta back when I played. I think people are coping about her a bit less now. I think she's somewhere in B. Maybe above Silverwolf, maybe below, I'm not sure. But like, I remember people talking about Asta being S tier in 1.0, and I was like, Arlon, I still don't know what he does. I just know he's bad. And he used to be good in beta. Arlon is the Yun Sing tier? I don't think so. Unironically, I don't think so. Because he can do some of his damage without skill points, right? Which means that you can kind of use him in the same way you use Blade in the Jingliu team. You can't do that with Don Hung. And yeah, he's not as good if you're trying to play him as a dedicated carry, but like, if I was forced to play one of the two, I'd rather be forced to play him, you know? Because I can play him and another carry. I can't fucking do that with this guy. Like, that just doesn't fucking work well, man. Why is Yun Sing this low? It's effectively just that his numbers are not good. Herda. I think Herda has a similar thing to Himeko where she's a good farming unit, but she's just not as good, so yeah, it's like, yeah. I think she's probably like somewhere around here, though. Hook. I'm hesitating. I don't know, man. I think low C. Put her above Zila, yeah. No, I mean, I don't think Zila should actually be here. I just think it's funny to put her lower. I think Zila's probably, realistically, probably here. But I think it's so much funnier to have her here. Natasha, I think again, by virtue of being a healer, is here. She's the first healer you ditch. Right? Between her and Lynx, right? Lynx will be here. She's the first healer you ditch. But you need 2 healers to begin with. Serval! Man. What the fuck is her name? Su Shang! Probably C. Low C. I think it's fairly similar to Hook, honestly. You know what, though? I feel like, okay. Units, erudition units, inherently gained value because it's a lot easier to break shit with erudition units than with non-erudition units. So, like, when the enemy is weak to an element whose carry you don't have, having an erudition unit that can help break them is, like, really nice. So I think you could make an argument for Serval making it to the C tier. I don't know. Anyways. Welt. I remember in 1.0 people were really, like, positive about Welt. I never really saw his value. Like, he can solo sustain. You're yapping now. You're fucking yapping. Yeah, bro, just 0 cycle and Welt will solo sustain. You're just yapping at this point, man. People are coping with Breakafelt Welt. Yeah, that's just nah. I'm gonna put him like here, I think. Maybe here. Middle of C somewhere. Clara. I thought Clara was better than people gave her credit for back in 1.0. And I thought I was going crazy because everyone was talking about her being shit, and I was not convinced. Going off of what I used to think about her, I'd probably have her. Topaz is better than her. That might be true. I still don't fucking know what Topaz does. Sure, there we go. Fixed. Bailu! Luca! Luca is Sampo, but worse. Guinevere! I don't know what the fuck she does. I literally don't even know what element she is. I don't even know what element she is. Fire Dot? What does she do compared to Shampoo? Vulnerability? Sampo was slightly better, I see. She's probably somewhere in here, then. I don't know what the fuck she does. I don't even know her name. What's her name? Yo, what's up, Mr. Slice? Mr. Peepee? How are you doing? Listen, I'm so dried up for content that I'm making a tier list on a game I don't even play. How you doing? Honey has skill point support, but what does she do? Like, what does she do? She recovers skill point, but does she though? Like, she makes Danheng ill playable. Attack and speed buff, I see. So like Asta? But also with skill points? How big are her buffs? Pretty decent. Okay, from that description, I would put her in B. Slightly above Asta, I think. What do you guys think? That's about right. Fair. Alright, Pog. I feel like she could be... Honestly, wait. Let me think, actually. Nah, yeah. Argenti. I tried him, and he felt like shit to play. But that might have just been because the person whose Argenti I borrowed was just dog shit. Very similar to Jing Yuan. He's the right comp between A and B. Okay, so as the dedicated Danheng ill hater, I'm gonna do this, even if I don't fucking know how good he is. Who the fuck is this? I don't know how you pronounce that. He's good? He's actually good? No, she's not. Worse QQ. Azila plus plus? Yeah, that's the same thing as worse QQ. Here. Well, it's kind of a random, but I'm putting her here. I don't know what Dr. Ratio does. Sorry. He does a lot of damage. Best single target damage in the game. Gets a lot of free crit rate and damage. Best hunt character. Think he's overrated. Free tier, way better than Zila. I mean, that, again, a lot of characters are way better than Zila. If target has 3+ debuffs, he has infinite crit rate. Isn't it really easy to get 3+ debuffs? I guess you need to specifically build his team around that, but shouldn't be hard, right? Alright, from what chat has told me, I am tempted to put him here. Not above Dunhung Il. I will gladly put any character above Dunhung Il. I dare you to put Yunting above Dunhung Il. Okay. You hate Dunhung Il? No, it's not that I hate Dunhung Il as a character. It's just, I think Bruv is omega overrated. People are like very... They're screenshot focused. And they don't realize how much they're losing from all of those skill points. Elaborate on Kafka being so low. She's just bad, man. Like, Kafka's just not great. She's cool, but Blade being the second highest DPS is kind of sus. See, that's the thing. Blade's not a DPS. What is he then? He's a tank that does damage. Blade can be put in teams or you have another DPS. And he's arguably part of, at the very least, one of the best teams of the best DPS in the game. So, like, I don't know. Also just has good synergy with Jingliu. He might go down if units released in the future don't work well with him and once Jingliu gets power crept. But I think right now it's very fair to put him there. But again, don't take my word too fucking seriously. I don't play this game, man. This is just based on my understanding. Both from the once a month I play and the content I consume.